Hello you guys, namaste, welcome to my channel. My name is Diara. I am an intuitive card reader from Germany, and this is a new pick a card reading. And this reading I've never done before because this is an open reading. I do not have any clue what I will talk about in this reading here today. Because it goes like that. You are going to pick one of those three flowers here, number 1, number 2, or number 3. And I prepared 4 messages here that I'm going to talk about. So, for example, let me just explain you. If you choose, let's say, this here, and I'm going to pick out one of those messages, I will talk about a general message for you. Okay, I will give you with my cards a general message, but it could have also been that if you have chosen this flower here, number 3, that I'm going to talk about what do you have to heal right now, or what do you have to work on right now. Okay, do you know what I mean? There is also one love message, of course, included. Love is always included, of course, and one that speaks about job, okay? So we will just see. So the idea is I was guided to do the reading like that because, why? Sometimes we have the urge to listen to a pick a card reading because we want to know something about XYZ, like let's say love. So you go to your device and then you look for all the, let's say, love readings that you can find, okay? But today I wanted Spirit to decide what message they would like to give you. Do you see the difference? So it's not like you decide what you are going to hear about, like love or job or general message. It's the spiritual world will decide about what they would like to talk to you. Okay, what topic is right now currently important to you. Okay, you may think it's love, but it could be that Spirit would like to give you a completely different message, or vice versa. Maybe you think it's all about your love purpose, and which way to go, and if you should look for another job, and where you can earn more money, or if your job is good for you, or if your boss likes you, or whatnot. But the reality is that Spirit would like to talk about love. Okay, so this is how it goes. So let's go ahead, make your choice. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I am going to start with number 1, of course. Okay, so if you have chosen this white flower, let's say what Spirit would like to talk to you. What kind of message would they like to give you tonight or today? Whenever you find this reading, this is timeless. So they would like to give you a message about what you have to heal right now, what you have to work on right now. This is what Spirits would like to share with you. Okay? So, pile number 1, if you have chosen the white flower, so what do you have to heal? What should you work on a little bit more? What should you focus on? You should shift your energy from where you're at right now, consciously, to something else, right? You should work on what? Let's ask the cards. For pile number 1, people, all of you out there who choose the white flower, you may have, rather wanted to get a love message here because you have a crush on someone, or you think you are in a twin flame soulmate connection. But the spiritual world, they would like to talk about healing. They want to talk about healing, pile number 1. And we have the Moon card here. So it is about your feminine intuition, even though you are a man, because this is not gender specific here, for all the male viewers and subscribers who are now watching and who have chosen pile number 1, the white flower, still the same message. So they want you to get in touch with your feminine intuition, okay? Because the moon is a feminine energy. You know, it's very much related to the female organism, you know, like menstruating every 4 weeks and stuff like that, you know, water, feelings, intuitions, emotions. That has all to do with, with the moon and with the moon's energy. So they want you to get more in touch with your higher self. This is what you can work on these days. No matter whether this is for you about love and a crush, or maybe your job and your financial situation, or maybe some health issues, at the end of the day, they say that you have all the answers inside. You already know, right? You already know. But you can't hear the answer right now because, the gates, you know, like the doors, are kind of blocked right now. You have all the answers inside. There is a lot of wisdom and knowledge inside of you, inside of all of us, basically. But sometimes, you know, because we have so much going on here, stress, Instagram, Facebook, meetings, social life, hobbies, that we kind of lost the access to our intuition and to our higher self. And what you have to work on, or what you can if you want, I mean, this is, you don't have to, you know, but you can if you want to progress, if you want to move forward, right? If you want to ascend to a higher level, it would be for you, pile number 1, people, a very good idea to get in touch with your intuition and maybe to meditate, to do some yoga, swimming, horseback riding, drawing, singing, writing, dancing, whatever makes you feel good and in touch with yourself. So this could also be like the love yourself first card, okay? This is, you know, like kind of the same message here. Get in touch with yourself. Put yourself first, I'm hearing. Okay, pile number 1, you should really put yourself first. Maybe even step back a little bit, you know. Don't engage yourself too much in other people's businesses, you know, like caring about others, overthinking about what somebody wants or needs and what somebody else is thinking and stuff like that. Put yourself first. Okay, put yourself first. What else are we getting? Pile number 1. It's about healing, it's about moving forward, it's about to work on something. Just in order to develop yourself. Discipline, yeah, it takes some work, yeah, it takes some effort, of course it does. Yeah, to work on yourself, always, you always have to put in some effort. Of course you have. It's not happening, you know, like all of the sitting on your couch and watching TV. You have to work on it. Of course you have. So it's discipline, right? It's discipline. Step back, get in touch with yourself, put yourself first, and then make the effort, right? Whatever you have to do, do it. And what do you have to do? That's the question. Yeah, but you have the answer inside. Nobody else can tell you what you have to do, right? So 2 more messages I'm getting for you. Number 1 is to believe. But then again, and also to stay positive. But, and this is very interesting here, pile number 1, the last message that comes out for you is there is something better. There is something better so I think especially for you who have a love interest in your mind, you know, like a crush or maybe your soulmate, twin flame relationship, and you know, like basically you want to hear something about love. I think this message is especially for you. It can be about job also, or maybe financial decisions, but I think I'm getting the intuition that this is especially for you, pile number 1, who are having a love interest in your heart, in your mind, and you don't really know how to move forward and whether or not this other person has feelings for you. But they tell you that there is something better. Yes, you should stay positive. Yes, you can believe, you should believe, you must believe in true love and whatnot, but not with this person that you have in your mind right now. Are you getting that? Do you understand the difference? So stay positive. Always see a glass being half full instead of half empty. But this person that you have in your mind, there is something better. Okay, there is something better. And if you are very, very honest with yourself, pile number 1, you already know that. With your sixth sense and with your female intuition, I tell you, you already know that. You feel that there's something off. You may have been thinking about getting a personal reading these days, because now you really want to know. Now it's not enough anymore to only watching pick-a-card readings or maybe reading good books or do meditation, because you really feel now the urge to really know, you really want to know whether he has feelings for you, yes or not. Or maybe even whether you should go this or that way, job-wise, whether you should make this or that decision in whatsoever situation you may be, whether this is now love-related or not. But they tell me that, with this, there is something better card, and also like the to step back card and intuition card. I'm really getting the message for you, pile number 1, that you should leave something behind, and you should not worry about it. Because if you decide to leave something behind and to step back and to retreat and to push the pause button and to put yourself first, and to focus on yourself and not so much on somebody else, and if you stick to that decision, this is one thing, is to decide to put yourself first, but it's a whole other story whether you stick with it, right? Or if you, just like 3 days later, you find yourself again listening to pick-a-card readings, with the topic whether he loves you or not. So discipline, make the effort, okay? Set some goals. Set some goals. Cut some time out where you can meditate or do yoga or dancing or drawing or writing, okay? Cut it out. Make the effort. Discipline. So I hope that makes sense to you, pile number 1, because basically we're done here. As I said, this was about Spirit wanted me to talk about what you can heal and what you can work on. And this is, I think, a message about self-love and self-acceptance, like being focused on yourself. Not in an ego way, like being kind of in love with yourself in a bad way, like having a big ego and only you matter and everybody else is not important, or so. In a healthy way. In a healthy way, not being in a needy position, not being depending on somebody or on the fact whether you have a relationship or not, okay? Put yourself first, make the effort, put in some discipline, cut it out time-wise, set your goals, and focus on yourself. Put yourself first. This is what you can work on. Good. So now to pile number 2. If you have chosen pile number 2, what do your guides want to tell you? If they could speak to you in person using me as a channel, as a medium, what kind of message should I tell you? What should I talk about? Okay, this is a general and overall message for you, pile number 2. Just a general and overall message. Let's see what comes out. Please give me some time. Maybe close your eyes. Because I did not prepare anything. I couldn't. Not with this kind of reading. So I have to shuffle the cards now live and in front of the camera. So this is really like a personal reading. The universe decided, what kind of message you should hear. Pile number 2. A general overall message for you right now, timeless, whenever you find this reading, whether this is today, tomorrow, or in a year from now. This is now pile number 2, your general overall message, okay? Don't be afraid, be open, you know. There is a reason for everything I'm hearing. This is maybe the first message for some of you, that there is a reason for everything. I'm hearing trust. I'm hearing some of you lost your faith. Maybe you've been through a very hard time. Maybe you've lost something, love, money, maybe a baby, you know, during pregnancy, maybe a job. Maybe someone was cheating on you, lying to you, you know, like wearing a false mask, I'm hearing. But let's see what the cards are telling. Pile number 2. Yeah. Wow. We have twice the same message. 2 different stacks, a live shuffling here in front of the camera, but twice the same word, which is patience. I knew it. Yeah. Because when the trust issue comes, it's always patience. To keep on believing, okay? I'm not saying hoping purposely, but believe, which is way more stronger than hoping. Yeah, believe. And this is all about divine timing. Okay, so I think that you lost something in the past, because we have the let go card here. And in tarot, that could also be like the Tower, or maybe the Death card, number 13, you know, letting go, leave something behind. And I think that you had to let go something. Maybe a relationship, a marriage, maybe it's just, you know, like that your kids moved out and they go now to university. They have had to leave town, you know, like they moved away, maybe all across the country or stuff like that. Could also be something like that for some of you. So you had to let go something, and maybe a case of death. Or maybe a separation, a breakup, you know, like love related. But they remind you that it's all about the perfect timing, you know, like divine guidance, divine timing. So if you had to let go something, they want you to always keep in your mind that there was a reason for it. As I said before, you know, like the very first word that came into my head was, there is a reason for everything. And this is what the cards are telling you, that there is a reason for everything. You cannot understand right now why things happened the way they happened, why you had to let go of XYZ, you know, whether a baby during pregnancy, maybe a case of death in your family, or a dear one, you know, like a very close, very good friend that passed it away, you know, or maybe the job, maybe money, maybe health, maybe you are dealing with a very bad health condition. I don't know, I have no clue. Something that has to do with letting go, you know, like in every meaning of the word, but still they want you to trust, to believe, and to stay patient, because everything will happen at divine timing, okay? And you know what I said today when I teached a yoga class today. I teached 4 actually, and sometimes I do compare it with a flight from Germany, you know, Frankfurt. This is the town where I live. I am a flight attendant, by the way, if you don't know yet. And sometimes I compare, when we have this, you know, like patience messages, I like to explain it with an example. So imagine me as a flight attendant, or maybe as a pilot, even a captain or a passenger, and you booked a ticket from Frankfurt to Buenos Aires, which is the longest flight that we offer. And this flight takes more or less 14 hours, 14 hours. So this is the longest Lufthansa flight that there is, okay? Frankfurt, Buenos Aires. So, and you have to make it through those 14 hours, no matter if you like it, no matter if you are afraid of flying, no matter if this is very, very boring for you and you hate to sit still for a longer time, and maybe you hate the one who's sitting next to you, and maybe the entertainment system is not working, or maybe your seat is broken and you can't recline the backrest or whatnot, or maybe you don't like the food that they are serving, maybe all the flight attendants are in a bad mood, I don't know, maybe you are a little bit ill, like having a cold, and you have now a very bad headache and whatnot, but still, you have to make it through those 14 hours if you want to go to Buenos Aires. And I mean, you can't, like get up after 10 hours and say, okay, you know what, Captain, I'm done. I'm out here. I want to leave. Could you please open up the door for me? You can't. You have to make it through the whole time, okay? 14 hours flight. That's it. Deal it. Take it or leave it. I mean, yeah? So, and this is, like what I was guided to say here. So, whatever it is that you want, okay, whatever it is that you want, you have to stay patient and you have to go all the way, okay? Don't give up halfway. Like what I said, after 10 or 11 hours. Because, I mean, if you made it that far, I mean, okay, then stick with it for the last 4 or 3 hours. Okay? This is your message. As the SCART card, I am also having here the King of Crosses, and this is the authority card that speaks of justice, but also power. So this again is a sign that there are some higher forces involved right now in your situation. Okay, so it's what I said in the very beginning, the meaning of this reading is now the universe decides for you. It's not only what you want or what the other person wants, it's about what the universe wants for you, okay? And now it's their turn, they decide. It's divine guidance. This is a higher authority stepping up right now and making some decisions, okay? They are kind of pulling the strings in order so you can get what you want. And it may takes a little longer than you expected it to how do you say that? It takes longer than you thought it would be, but well, it's like that, okay? You have to go now the whole way. Don't stop, don't turn around halfway done, okay? Stay patient. That is your overall general message, pile number 2. So, let's move on, last pile, which is this one here, a little bit darker than the second one. Pile number 3, people. What does the universe want me to talk about when it comes to you guys? Pile number 3. Could imagine that this is now love related, but let's see, maybe I'm wrong. The universe will decide. So it's not my decision, it's not your decision. We let the universe decide, and they will tell us now what I should talk about with you. Also a general overall message. Okay, pile number 3. Good, a general overall message. Pile number 3, people. I'm feeling guided to use my tarot cards here for you guys. Still, I'm having the feeling that this is maybe love related, but we will see what comes out. It's always important to be open. Yeah, this is the Chariot. And this is the Page of Coins, Pentacles. So definitely we speak about an offer here. So that could be that it's really love related. Someone is, like making a move towards you, asking you out for a date, calling you, texting you, checking out your email account, or not email account, that's bullshit. Sorry, your Instagram account and Facebook, and then maybe write you a letter about those channels. I don't know how you guys are in touch, but I'm really feeling that this is maybe so far a job, a love-related message, but also it could be about job. Maybe you applied and now answers are coming. They respond to you. They invite you to an interview. They want to get to know you, talk to you. So this speaks of an offer, very obvious and clear message. Page of Pentacles, an offer. Someone is offering you something. It could be money related, by the way. So if we leave the love part aside here, because the coins, the pentacles, obviously they stand for money. This is the earth element. Something solid, a very good offer, something that you can build up things from. Something very solid and a good foundation. And you should definitely keep your eyes up open in order not to miss this opportunity, this possibility, this offer that someone is, presenting to you. The Page of Coins is quite a young energy. It's not, a knight, a fighter, a warrior, and it's also not a king, a very mature person. With a lot of life experience. This is a very fresh energy. I'm not saying like carefree energy, but still very young, very adventurous, spontaneous. Could be related to an earth sign, of course. As I already said, these coins are always related to the earth element, fertility, to build up something. So this is an offer. This is your message. So they want you to stay open in order so you can receive. Maybe somebody is offering you something, but then again, it's up to you whether you take it, right? Whether you accept that offer. But in that case, I'm saying, yes, you should really consider to take this opportunity, because with the Chariot, which is a very, very positive card in Tarot, this card speaks of progress. This card speaks of moving forward. It's the Chariot, yes? It's a wagon. A wagon is a German word. It's a vehicle, okay? It's something that brings you from A to B. So this is your message. You have a very good chance, pile number 3 people, to move forward, okay? To leave something behind, to get some very interesting offers here for all of you looking for a job, for all of you having financial problems and issues, for all of you, who are maybe waiting for somebody to call you and to ask you out for a date. So this is progression, development, okay? Something is finally happening. Yoo-hoo! Celebration. Something is finally happening. Isn't that great? Isn't that what we all are looking for? That something is moving forward. No stagnation anymore. No more waiting and hoping and wanting and searching. Something finally will move forward. Pile number 3. So I think this is really like a joker for you. This is so far, the reading is over here, so not so far. This is, for today's reading, this is very positive. The most positive message that I could bring you guys here, okay? Something is moving forward for you, pile number 3. So let's take some more cards, pile number 3. Very good message, I'm happy for you. So we have the compromise, so to keep the balance. And again, if you get this offer, someone is asking you out, someone is, inviting you for a job interview or what, or maybe this is, like you are looking for a new apartment, you want to buy a house. You may have to consider that at one point, you have to be open to accept a compromise. So that could be, what could that be? For example, you want a new job, you are looking for a new job already for a while, and now there is this company calling you, asking you for an interview, and after the interview they say, yes, we want you, okay? This is your contract. And then you will find out that you earn a little less than you expected, for example. Or maybe the company is a little bit farther away than you wanted it to be, okay? So maybe they are sending you to another town and you have to drive every day like an hour or maybe 1.5 hours. But still you should really consider to accept this offer and this compromise, you know, like finding the right balance. I mean, I'm not saying that you should sell yourself below price, no matter if this is job or love related. You should never do that. You know, you should always know what you are worth, you know, and what you deserve. But still, sometimes we have to compromise, right? Isn't it like that? I mean, yeah, if I speak of myself, you know, like being a flight attendant, and I love Los Angeles, for example, I love to be there, but still sometimes I have to fly to, I don't know, Shanghai, okay? I simply have to do. This is a compromise. Yeah, it can't always be Los Angeles. I would be happy if it could, but it can't, right? Sometimes I have to fly to Shanghai, sometimes I have to fly to Moscow, sometimes to, I don't know, Birmingham, you know, and yeah, this is a compromise. I have to do it. It's my job, you know, it's a contract. And this is also what, and you know, like job or with the love reading here, because really I had the intention that this could be a love message here, even though Spirit wants me to talk about a general topic. But for those of you who have a crush or a love interest or a soulmate or stuff, also like, you know, yes, there will be an offer, but maybe not that kind of offer that that what you hoped for, right? But still, someone will offer you something, okay? Someone will offer you something. What else? Pile number 3. Compromise is also always about finding balance, right? Being at peace, being happy with what you've got, with what you've achieved already. Yeah, being in balance. Be okay with where you are and how you are. Be in balance, right? No extremes anymore. Nothing, yeah, nothing too special, right? Just the middle. Not too much and not too little. Just the middle. Whoops, one card flew out. Sorry. I have to pick it up from the floor. 2 cards, basically. Support. Yeah, support. I said it. Someone is making you an offer. Someone is supporting you. And this is the to clean up card. Yeah, I think this is the perfect match here. It's all good news for you. Finding balance, moving forward here with the Chariot, you know. Getting an offer, a good opportunity, getting support. This is the support card. Someone's helping you. Yeah, reaching out his hand to you. It's up to you whether you grab it, as I said, whether you accept that opportunity. And this is a good opportunity to put things in order, right? To clean up. To clean up all the mess from the past, maybe. And yeah, I'm hearing it's a new chapter. For a lot of you, it's a new chapter. A new story. Not only maybe a new chapter, maybe even a whole new book, right? A new story. This is what I'm hearing. To clean up, finally. And maybe you have been waiting for that opportunity and for that support, you know, that someone is giving you attention, listening to your ideas. Maybe you've waited a very long time already for someone to reach out his hand to you and to also like, you know, like lifting you up. Right? And this is now the time, pile number 3, I tell you. This is now the time for a new chapter. Okay, so this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will be back with other pick a card readings, I guess quite soon. So this is it for tonight. Thank you. Namaste. Bye-bye.